time for another crazy but true story. This one takes place in 1999 or 2000, somewhere in there, maybe even 2001. It was before I quit using meth, and on this particular occasion I had gone to my connect's house, and he had told me a couple of days prior that he was cooking up a big batch and that it would be ready by then. And when I got there, he said he had lost it all in the filters. And I was like, damn, because I was ready for some. And I knew I had to work the next day, and pretty much back then I was completely dependent on it. So no meth probably meant no work for me. But anyway, he ends up giving me 10 of these filters. I'm like, okay, what the hell am I supposed to do with these? He says, well, just run some coffee through it, or, whatever you drink, and then just drink them. Drink the whatever pours through them. Alright, figured I'd give that a try. So the next morning, when I get up to go to work, I stopped off at the Quickie right there in Broken Arrow, and at Highway 51, and got me I got two 1 liter bottles of Pepsi, and I had an empty bottle in my car. So I'm sitting there in the parking lot, and I run a whole 1 liter bottle of Pepsi through it. Well, I took like 4 or 5 drinks, and I sat there and I waited, hoping to feel something. Because if I wasn't going to feel anything, I wasn't going to use it. Wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to go to work. Excuse me. So I'm sitting there, and of course I don't feel anything after a few minutes, so I drink some more, and I end up drinking the whole thing. I didn't feel anything, and I was like, well, screw it, I'm up. My caffeine thing was starting to kick in, and I figured, well, screw it, I'll go and make some money. So I'm driving down the Broken Arrow Expressway towards Tulsa, and this is about 20 minutes after I had started drinking it, and it hits me all at once. Hearing the high-pitched ringing in my ears, I start getting tunnel vision, and just as all this stuff is starting to happen, here it is, flashing lights. You hear the whoop whoop. Oh God, the cops are behind me. So he pulls me over, and we're right there at just past the Creek Turnpike, and I'm sitting there and I'm shaking. I know that I'm about to go to jail for a long time, especially in Oklahoma, because their war on drugs is absolutely ridiculous, and their punishments are just absolutely stupid. But anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm freaking out, and at first I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to tell them, hey, I'm on meth, and go ahead, take me to jail. I'm ready to go ahead and face up to it. And then I start thinking, well, shit, I'm not that far from the hospital. I can just go to the hospital. I tell them, hey, I think I overdosed, and I'm on my way to the hospital. Maybe they cut me some slack, send me to the hospital instead. So I'm sitting there, and he's still sitting back in his car, and I'm starting to really freak out. I'm literally shaking, just my whole body, everything's going. I had already grabbed my insurance and license and everything. I was sitting there waiting. I actually put my hand out the window, holding all that stuff up. And as I'm sitting there, all of a sudden he pulls around me and takes off down the road. Oh my God. Talk about a stroke of luck. So I ended up going to work, finishing the day out, and having probably the most intense meth rush I'd ever had in my life. So thanks for watching. Y'all take care.